Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Teresa. It's Tuesday. What do we do every Tuesday at 1:30? A quick lunch and learn every Tuesday at 1:30 here on my business page on Facebook. I'm streaming in several places, my YouTube, my Facebook profile page, Instagram, TikTok. We're all in the building. So let me know that you are here by saying hi, Jerusha. I speak back. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I sound a little nasal because there's some drainage going on. So hopefully I won't cough as much during the broadcast. But because I'm committed to the pretty people. Hashtag to the pretty people. What that means is Pretty People is my organization, my business, where we crown our kings and queens over here. We celebrate, collaborate, and we make those connections. And so that's what makes you pretty on the inside out, because sharing is caring. So when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. So yes, hashtag pretty people. This should be on your calendar. I've been going live every Tuesday at 1:30 for the last 3 years, 4 years, really 20. Yeah, what's this, 2023? Yes. And I made a commitment during the pandemic that I would show up and I would share actionable business tips, tools, hacks, scripts, marketing, branding, everything that I've learned. I've been an entrepreneur for over 18 years. And so pouring back into the community, pouring back into my pretty people family, hashtag pretty people. And so, yes, so if you are a part of our community, yes, put pretty people in the chat. If you want to be a part of the pretty people, yes, hashtag pretty people. Join us every Tuesday at 1:30 where we do a quick lunch and learn just for you. My hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. Yes, hello, gorgeous. Say hi, Jerusha. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube, do that. Yes, your girl is on YouTube doing some things. And so, yes, I want to make sure I'm everywhere I need to be. So, yes, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, well, the little voice that I have, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now listening to me. Yes, hello, gorgeous. Lanisha's in the building. We got Jersey in the building. Melissa's in the building. Yes, let your business bestie know what you can do right now. Tag 2 people, share the broadcast. Tag 2 people, share the broadcast. I'm going to do my best to get through this training without coughing. Yes. Hello, gorgeous. Say hi, Jerusha. Oh, my goodness, it's Tuesday. Yes, I'm so excited that we have this time together. So about 15, 20 minutes of actionable business tips. So let's get into it. Yes. Okay. New York is in the building. The Northerners always love me. You always show up. Oh, my goodness. Good to see you too. I'd love to. Let me see. Should I share my screen today? Because I do. Well, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, you won't be able to see it, but I might be able to share here. I know, right? I might be able to share here on Facebook because sometimes it's good to see it. I'm a visual and auditory learner, so maybe I'll be able to do this for you over here on Facebook. So the business group is Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. So I will see your beautiful faces over here if you want me to share, or just go on my main profile. You're totally fine. Yes, Tennessee is in the building. Yes, I'm going to do my best. I know, say you sound bad. Well, it's just draining, so we got to get something for that. So you know how it is. It is what it is. Thank you so much. So I'm Jerusha. I'm a business coach. I'm a speaker. My background is radio and television, and my degrees are in communications and public relations. Love the industry. Love talking. Love talking when I can talk better than this. I always knew I wanted to get paid to talk. And so that's why I went into the broadcasting industry. And it served me well. It served me well. No regrets. So I'm the person that uses my degrees. And so someone introduced me to a home-based business. I wanted time freedom. I got started and I just went to the top of the company and I fell in love with being an entrepreneur. And then during the pandemic, I was introduced to different types of business online. And I got in love with social media. I hated social media. No, I don't want to say the H word because they ban you for the words like that. But I disliked social media in terms of business, right? And I didn't understand it because I built my business offline. I was good at it too. Presentations face to face. Can you imagine being in a room with me face to face? Yes. On stages. Yes. Let's do it. You can book me actually to come speak at your event. And so I love that energy. And so being online was a little different. And so I decided to promote myself. Yay, Jerusha! I promoted myself to a social retail business where I can do all things through my cell phone. I'm building a business through my cell phone, helping others do the same thing, but leveraging and monetizing social media. So that part was different. So if you want to leverage and monetize social media, put 100 so we can talk about it. I'm currently developing 100 new business partners to do what I do. Yes, social retail is where it is. You've got to use the tool. Okay, use the tool called social media, or the tool is using you. Use the tool, don't be a fool. And so I promoted myself where I could use this tool and I can impact more people. You see how I'm streaming in several places: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook family. So, I mean, this just allows you to really make a better impact and create a legacy. So yes, so thank you so much for joining me too. She said, I love you. I love you too. Yes, thank you for following. Hashtag to all the pretty people. Yes, my business page is totally fine. If you want to learn more about the 100 that I'm developing, just put 100. It'll be easy for me if you drop 100, and then we can go from there. Does that sound good? Yes or yes? Say yes, Jerusha. That sounds good. Okay, perfect. Yes, I appreciate that. So this is the deal, okay? I need you to think big for the next 40 some days. It's time for you to build that business. It's time for you to get outside of your relaxed place, comfortable place. Whatever you can imagine is real. If you cannot think bigger, you will not continue to have what you want. You will not have what you need. You've got to think bigger. So stop putting your business on hold. Stop waiting till January 1. Yes, January 1 starts today. It's just a decision. January 1 is right now. So stop putting your business on hold. Life is still happening. Everything's still moving, right? Money is still flowing, even when you're sleeping. That's why you want to create that pillow profit. Your responsibility is to yourself. Your responsibilities are still there. Your family issues are still there. Your health issues are still there. That's why you cannot put your business or your idea on hold until January 1, the perfect time. The time is now. As long as you're going to be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. So just imagine if you started today. Whatever that idea is, whatever that book is, whatever it is, just imagine if you started today. Does this make sense? So the key is that when you choose to think big, you start to attract big things in your life. When I started to think about social media and how big I could be on social media, I got big on social media. And I was like, okay, everything I can imagine is real. And I started attracting all these people. And I said, you know what? You got to do more. You got to get on YouTube. You got to do more. You got to get on TikTok. So listen, I'm thinking big and I want you to think bigger, right? Everything happens when you start thinking that way. You can manifest what you want. Now, obviously, you have to do the work. And so what I want to do is when I was offline building my business, we made phone calls. How many of you know what a phone is? Most people don't even know what it is. So if you know what a phone is, where you actually can pick it up and you dial some numbers and then it rings. And when it rings, somebody picks it up on the other end and you're able to hear voices, right? That's called picking up the phone and talking. People don't do that anymore. So that was me. When I first started my first business, I picked up the phone. Now, if you don't want to do that, great, because now I do a lot of texting. I have texting apps. I have automation. I have all the things like you have, right? But there is a such thing as making a better connection if they hear the voice. Because I'm a voice person. Yes, I want to hear the voice. I like to hear your voice. I want you to hear my voice. I want you to hear the intonations in my voice. I want you to hear the energy in my voice. So if you're that person, or even if it's a voice call, so I don't actually have to talk to you, but you know, in Messenger, you can press the microphone. They can still hear your voice. You know, well, on my phone, I could leave a voice and it comes to you as a text. So at the end of the day, I want them to know I'm a real person. So I want to share with you ways that you can follow up on the phone. So how many of you are in finances? How many of you are in insurance, real estate? You pick up the phone, right? It doesn't matter what your small business is. I help all the peoples. I help you build your business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. Yes, I help you do all the ways. And so follow-up is a very important part of your business. So if you're not following up, you're missing out on money. You got to follow up, follow up. I created a follow-up ebook too. I was like, people got to follow up. You don't want to follow up. Just because she didn't purchase it the first time doesn't mean she didn't want it. Doesn't mean she's not interested, right? Give her some time. Follow up. So write this down. If you are on Facebook, oh, hold on. Let me try to share my screen if you're on Facebook. So yes, so you can write this down. A pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. Oh, tag 2 people, share the broadcast. Do it right now. Tag 2 people, share the broadcast. You don't want your business bestie to miss all this goodness. You don't want her to miss all this goodness, because I would be upset if my girlfriend heard all this goodness every Tuesday at 1:30 and she didn't tell me about it. I'm going to feel some kind of way, okay? And so you don't want her to feel some type of way. So if you're on Facebook, yes, I'm going to share my screen. This way you can see, or you can screenshot, probably be best, right? If you can't write it, a pretty person put it in a chat for me. You can see exactly how I am going to follow up on the phone. I'm going to say it out loud for those that are on TikTok and Instagram. So no worries. I got you covered. Yes, I appreciate you being here. So I'm not going to leave you out. I got you. Your girl got you. That's what we do. So yes. Can you see it? Okay. First of all, if you are following up on the phone, here are some ways you can do it. So if I call Lene, if I call Valerie, if I call, Shanice, Donica, yes, Daniel, all the peoples, if I call you, we've had you look at a business opportunity. You know exactly what my opportunity is, or if it's a product. But for me, typically it's the opportunity, because I'm developing 100 new business partners. I'm going to call you and use my favorite 2 words, as promised. Write that down. As promised. It's something about those 2 words, right? So as promised, I'm calling to see if you had any questions on the registration. Because if the person is supposed to be filling out your form, your intake information, or whatever, and they haven't done it, you have to follow up. If the person is supposed to be registering for whatever you have to follow up. And so when you follow up on the phone, what you can say is, as promised, I'm calling to see if you had any questions on the registration. Now, you need to introduce yourself, right? So I can say, Daniel, hey, Daniel, it's Jerusha. As promised, I'm calling to see if you had any questions on the registration. That's it. Give me a call back. Let me know. That's it. If he doesn't have any questions, right, we're moving forward. A lot of times when people are not moving forward with you, they probably have more questions. That's really the answer. If they don't have the money, that's a whole nother situation, but they probably have more questions. They don't understand something. As we know, a confused mind does nothing. When people are confused, they do nothing. I'm confused on how to do TikTok. I'm confused on how to do videos. I'm confused on how to go live. You do nothing because you're confused. And I want to make sure we answer your questions. You're no longer confused. You have clarity, and you can move forward and start today. Does this make sense? Another way that if you're on the phone, another way that you can do it here on, you write these down on, take a screenshot on Facebook. As promised, I'm calling to see if signing up as a social marketer makes sense. Hey, Melissa. Hey, girl. Hey, Melissa, it's Jerusha. As promised, I'm calling to see if signing up as a, whatever your thing is, as a representative makes sense. You want to ask her, does it make sense to move forward? Does it make sense to work together? Does it make sense to partner? Does it make sense? Because maybe it doesn't make sense. She doesn't know. She doesn't understand the next steps. Okay. So yes, hey girl. So as promised, I'm calling to see if signing up as a social marketer makes sense. Just ask her, does it make sense? And she'll tell you if it does or if it doesn't. And then another way that I love, write this down, say, Jerusha, if this is helpful so far, yes, put helpful in the chat. Say hashtag helpful if this is helpful for you. You always address people by name. Yes, as promised is 2 words that I use all the time, especially when I'm speaking to someone. Obviously, to address people by name. If you have your own business, like I get to say, hey, this is Jerusha with the Pretty People, calling to see if it makes sense to send the next steps to get started. Okay, so that's my business. So whatever your business is, you can just insert. So, hey, this is Jerusha with Pretty People, calling to see if it makes sense to send you the next steps to get started, or to send you the next steps of the program, to send you the next steps to help you lose weight, to send you the next steps, whatever your next steps are, right? You're going to fill in the blank. Does this make sense? Say it, Jerusha. It does. Okay, good. Because a lot of times we're not calling and following up because we don't know what to say. We're not comfortable with getting on the phone. Remember that thing that you dial? We're not comfortable with getting on the phone with people anymore. Like getting on the phone is taboo. My son is like, why would I need your phone number? Like he's on, what is it, Discord or Discord, right? They text. And so he's like, why would I call people? So I have teenagers. Why would I call? And I'm like, that is crazy. Sometimes you do want to call. I call them. They text me back. No, call me back. Okay. So another way you can do this is, hey, Michelle, this is Jerusha. I have an idea I'd like to get your opinion on. Call me as soon as you get this message. And you just hang up. Hey, Michelle, this is Jerusha with Pretty People. I have an idea. I'd like to get your opinion. Call me as soon as you get this message. That's it. I'm not explaining, re-explaining the business, the comp plan. I'm not doing any of that in the voicemail. The voicemail needs to be short, right? If she answers, you say the same thing. Hey, Michelle, this is Jerusha. Okay. You say the same thing. As promised, I was calling to see if it makes sense for us to get started. Wait for it. I'm always asking questions. The key to this thing is ask the right questions. You're always asking questions. You're the CEO. You got this. She's going to be like, oh, no, I don't have any questions. Oh, no, it does make sense. What's your hesitation? Ask, what's your hesitation? She's going to tell you, oh, money is my hesitation. Oh, timing is my hesitation. Oh, I'm afraid of social media. That's my hesitation. She's going to tell you the hesitation. Just ask better questions. And so one thing that I love to do is I like to provide what I've learned so you can become an expert in your business as well. So when I started online, I documented everything that I was learning because I was confused. Okay. I was confused, but I wanted to be in action. So I started making all these mistakes online. I started messaging people, posting anything I could think of. I was doing the most, right? I was doing motivation speeches. I was doing the most. I was like, I need to learn how to do this. And so in my learning, guess what I did? I put it all together in a course. My 3-day ride signature course is available right now. I'm so excited for you because I wish this course was available for me, where I've taken all of the basic strategies, all of the hacks, all of the attraction marketing guides, all of the curiosity posts, all of the great creating the content that attracts the right ideal people, all of the scripts that I'm like giving you right now, like how to recruit more people, how to become a top recruiter in 3 days, how to have unlimited leads. Let me just tell you what's available in the 3-day ride. I get so excited because it's my baby. It's my first course. I do have a 6-month coaching program. Many of you are always asking, can you coach me? Can you coach me? Yes, I have a 6-month coaching program, but the 3-day ride is for those people that you're on social media. You just are not getting the results that you desire right now. And you're like posting and praying, but you're not posting and profiting. And so we want to get you up and running right now before 2024. And so the 3-day ride is December the 12th, 13th, and 14th, right? And even though it's 3 days, you have the replays are available. Yes, you're going to have pre-recorded and live Q&A. It's just a lot of fun because I always imagine the 3-day ride being like Six Flags. I live in Atlanta, so Six Flags over Georgia in the building. And so my son goes to Six Flags the whole time. Like we have a year pass. He's going to Six Flags. Where's your son? At Six Flags, right? He's riding all the rides with his friends. That's what they're doing. So I used to love riding rides. How many of you go to Six Flags and ride, or Carowinds or Disney World? You like getting on amusement park rides? Yes or yes? Now, some of them I'm afraid of now. Like I've created a fear. I don't know why. And so I just imagine the 3-day ride is like the ride of your life. You're afraid to get on the ride. You don't know about the ride, but everybody looks like they're having fun on the ride. Everybody's getting off the ride, excited, laughing, right? And so you want to feel that energy. All right. So that's what the 3-day ride is like. And so let me just tell you, I teach how you start, a business, right? But I teach you how to grow the business online like a top earner in 3 days. Because a lot of times we don't understand concepts. You also have, how to overcome objections, the top 10 ways to overcome objections. So when people say, I don't use the product, it's too expensive, all the things, and I give you proven scripts that actually convert. The best part about this is, well, all of it's the best part. One of the best parts about this is, if you love that someone's giving you exactly what to say verbatim, then yes, that's me. Because I'm a visual and auditory learner, I like to see it and hear it. And so in my businesses, I like for people to do it so I can mimic it, make it my personality, but I need to know what to say. And so when I first started, people assume you know how to sell. I never sold anything. So it's not going to come natural for me. Like when people say, just speak from the heart. I got nothing. Okay. So I don't know how to do that in terms of sales words, in terms of upselling, in terms of just creating the right questions. I need a guide for that. And so I'm happy to be your mentor in the 3-day ride and show you how to do it, especially how to find your ideal prospects for your product, your service, your opportunity. That was a big one for me. Like, where are the people? I know it's 4.8 billion people online, but they're all not my people. How do I find my people that want, what I have? And I teach you how to find people on Instagram, how to find your people on TikTok, how to find your people on Facebook. And now I'm on YouTube. I'm like, yes, I'm about to find the peoples on YouTube, and I'll incorporate that also in the 3-day ride. Now, I don't offer the ride but 2 or 3 times a year because I'm building a big business of hundreds of women, hundreds of families, yes, changing hundreds of lives and helping them earn $100,000. So if you want to learn about the 100, put 100. Because that's my first priority, I still wanted to provide things for you because you sell lotions, potions, pots, pans, lashes, nails, hair, services, and you want to learn how to do it too. So that's what the 3-day ride is going to help you do. And you get access to my attraction marketing guide, a 7-day content calendar. I answer all questions. I actually over deliver. My business mentor is telling me the ride is very affordable, that I need to raise the price, raise the roof, raise the price. And that's why this is probably the best time to get into the ride, and don't wait. Because all year, my business mentor is like, we're gonna have to change the price. Like, you're giving way too much information. But the reason why, I know what it feels like not to know. And I got online not knowing. And I was like, if I could just learn, if somebody could just teach me, I can learn anything. So that was me. So I just poured all of it into the 3-day ride. And like I said, my hope is to shorten your learning curve. So now is the best time to get in the ride. I'm not sure what that's going to look like next year. And so I just implore you to invest in yourself. It's the best investment ever. And so you get to have it forever. Actually, the information, there are downloadable PDFs that you're able to take with you. And then, of course, how to start conversations in Messenger. The money is made in Messenger. My biggest part is how to have unlimited leads. How many of you would love unlimited leads? Me, right? I have unlimited leads. I always have conversations to start. I'm always following up. That's why I gave you some follow-up scripts. I'm always following up. There's always so many people. There's an abundance. There's an overflow. But if you're not putting out good content, you're not attracting those people. And so we want to make sure we do that. Women, we're the smartest people on earth. Women are some of the smartest people when we apply ourselves. And if someone is derailing off the train, it's okay. Someone told you they were going to sign up with you. They were going to call you back. They were going to get started on your product. It's okay. Everyone is not meant to go to the top with you. It's okay. Everyone is not meant to see you all the way through. If someone is derailed off this train, it's okay. Understand, everyone is not meant to go with me to the top. That's why they have train stations. Some people are going to get off. And as some people are getting off, some people are getting on. So we're picking up people. We're letting people get off. Their season has passed. Stop talking to the same people over and over and over and over about your product and your service. Meet new people. Meet new people. You can't force people to learn. You can't force people to grow. You can't force people to move in a different direction. Don't expect everyone to understand your journey. If you're not losing friends, you're probably not growing. Say, Jerusha said, if I'm not losing friends, I'm not growing. When you grow, people get a little uncomfortable around you. You have an assignment only you can complete. And your time is now to learn the skill set. Okay? If I gave you access to a tracker, like ways you can track your people, a follow-up tracker for your prospects, would you like that? I'm giving it to you in a 3-day ride. There's more than one way to follow up. There are apps that are free that I share with you. There are ways that are free that I share with you. Everything is not going to cost, but there are some things that do. So you have to decide how important it is to you. And so I suggest you grab right now the 3-day ride. Go ahead, put 3-day ride in the chat. Go to the link in the bio. However you want to do it, get with me, hashtag 3-day ride, but it's in my profile. You got to change. If you don't change, nothing changes. If you know something needs to change, it's you. You're the person that needs to change. Thank you for the hearts on TikTok. Thank you for the hearts on TikTok. You need to change. You need to change the way you're doing business. Don't go into 2024, right? If you did one way all year or you did no way all year, we got to change. And I'm here to help you change, okay? So you can't confront what you don't identify. You're the problem. You're the solution. I identify. Jerusha, you're the problem. I'm it. Yes. She said, repeat the follow-up message. All right. Well, which one? So one of them was, hey, Lily, I'm calling to see if it makes sense to move forward today and get started. Now, one word that I like to use is today, because if I've already showed you my opportunity, I've already shared with you the liquid collagen, the product that helps all these things, and I'm following up with you, I get to say, hey, Lily, it's Jerusha. As promised, I'm calling to see if it makes sense to move forward today and get started. I want to make sure. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Oh, somebody's giving me all of my ice cream cones on TikTok. Oh, they gave me 10 ice cream cones. Yes. I think it's Mr. P. Oh, my goodness. I feel so blessed. I reached my ice cream goal, which is coins on TikTok. And so, yes. Oh, you hear the cheering. Oh, that's so cute. All right. So you want to make sure. This is why you got to tag your business bestie. You know, I want to see more of us on this app. I want to see more of us on this app benefiting from the app. I come live every Tuesday to help us grow on the app. So I need you to implement. It's great you're getting information. It's great I can inspire you. I need you to implement. Information without implementation is just information. I need you to implement. This is your season to do it right now. Okay, write it down. Get started. Get in the 3-day ride. Hashtag 3-day ride. If it's not your business, like you're in network marketing, direct sales, social retail, you don't have to say the company name if it's not yours. The Pretty People is mine, right? So I get to say, hey, this is Jerusha with Pretty People, calling to see if it makes sense to send you the 3-day ride information, right? So I will be sending the 3-day ride, under my Pretty People umbrella. And so it just needs to be, if it's just you and you're in a company that's like a network marketing company, you don't need to say the name. It's not necessary, but you always want to introduce yourself every single time. People don't know who you are. They didn't save your number. They didn't save the text. They don't even read the previous text. That's why you got to say it all over again. I'm always baffled when people say, who is this? And we've had previous conversations with our names and they say, who is this? I'm thinking, you can't see that previous message. But yeah, when people do that, I'm like, I always read the previous messages. So I'll know what we talked about prior to. Now, if you ask the person, does it make sense that we get started today? Does it make sense if we go to next steps? If you ask the person and they say, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. All of those things, you can say, what would you like next steps to be? Because you don't have time. You either know if you want to move forward, if you have questions and we can revisit the situation, or we're moving forward, right? Or we're not. Either way, it's fine. Some people get on the train, some people don't. Some people watch people. So you're going to have people, some will, some won't, some wait, some watch. So what? Ask. You better write that down. Some will, some won't, some wait, some watch. So what? Ask. Just ask the question, what would you like next steps to be? I've given you all the information about the 100. What would you like next steps to be? I've given you all the information about the 3-day ride. Okay. What do you think the next step should be? Like, what is it that you want from this? How can I better help you? When you come with serving questions like that, you're asking, well, what would you like to see happen? Well, how would you like this relationship to go? How would you like to see us move forward? Let them answer. Most people, they're like, I don't see a reason why we can't get started, because they don't know what to say. And they're just like, okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to send you that information right now. And if they're like, I don't know what to ask, because sometimes you don't know what to ask. You're sure that there's questions you should be asking, but you don't know what to ask. They've sent you a video of all the info, right? That was necessary. A lot of times you're going to learn as you go. You learn and earn at the same time. So sometimes you don't want to be overwhelmed with the entire history, the blueprint for 13 years. Sometimes it's too much information and you still don't get started. So I don't send people books of information. I answer what they need answered at that moment. Okay. What can I get you? What can I do for you right now? That's basically what you want to know. What can I answer right now? What can I get you information on right now? Because the now is, this is how we get started. The now is the 3-day ride is coming up December the 12th, 13th, and 14th. This is what we know. These are the things I'm offering you in the 3-day ride. You're going to learn how to have unlimited leads. You're going to attract people to you. All the things that we've already discussed. Okay. Now, is there any reason why I can't get you enrolled in the 3-day ride? So I've given you the facts. I've detailed the facts. Now let's move forward. And so if money is the issue, okay, let's talk about it. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? Is this good? She said, how many times should you follow up? That's a good question. How many times should you follow up? Well, until the person tells you to stop, really, you're not following up every day. There's a follow-up sequence. So any salesperson will tell you there's a follow-up sequence. That's why in the 3-day ride, there are apps that will follow up for you. And so there's a sequence like 4 days. It depends. Within 24 hours, you follow up. Then you got 4 days, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, da, 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 da. So there's a sequence. And if you have automation, it will follow up for you. And we discussed that in the 3-day ride. But if you're following up on the phone, you can say, I called you a few times and we haven't heard back. Where do you want to go from here? I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. If I'm on the phone, I get to say, hey, Melissa, this is Jerusha. I called a few times and we haven't heard back from you. Where do you want to go from here? ? And just leave it right there. That's it. Where do you want to go from here? She's going to say, oh, I'm not ready. Give me 2 months. Oh, I'm ready to get started. Whatever it is. Where do you want to go from here? That is also saying, don't waste my time, without saying, don't waste my time. Like, you don't want to be like, don't waste my time. But you do want to let the person know you're not the only person that I'm talking to. I build a big business. I can't continue to follow up with you verbally. I can put you in an app that'll help follow up. But if you are calling, yes, you want to ask, where do you want us to go from here? Let's figure it out. Because following up 50,000 times is not going to work. You're a busy professional. You're doing great things, right? You have other people to talk to, and they need to know you're busy. You're always busy. And when I was on the phone, I used to say, I don't want to waste your time or mine. That's a big one for me. I will tell you in a minute. I don't want to waste your time or mine. This is what's happening. What do you want next steps to be? Because I can, a lot of times people are hoping that you do that so they can say, oh, I'm not interested. They feel like they need to, keep listening when it's really okay to give them an out. It's really okay if you're not open. That's okay. Remember, everybody's not going to go with you to the top. Everybody's not going to ride this train. So it's okay. You're not ready today. Maybe you'll be ready in 6 months. I don't know. But today is not your day. So release those people. Let her go. Okay. Now, last thing, and I got to go. My voice held out so far, kind of. You will sacrifice. When you're following up with people, yes, that takes time. So you're going to sacrifice time or money. You can pay for somebody to do it. You can pay for an app to do it, or you can do it. But there will be a sacrifice. You will sacrifice, okay? Just like God sacrificed his life for us, you're going to sacrifice. You'll sacrifice energy, self-interest. You're going to sacrifice personal belongings for the ultimate purpose of success. You're going to sacrifice to be more successful. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. People miss out because they don't follow up. They don't know what to say to follow up. And hopefully you got some good notes. Now you kind of know how to follow up. If you want to work closely with me, get in a 3-day ride. Put 3-day ride. Yes, 3-day ride. Yes, people are going to criticize you. That's a part of it. Yes, people are going to talk about you. That's a part of it. Critics criticize, winners sacrifice. You can write that down. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You're going to get criticized. Yes, sacrifice leads to success. Put that in the chat. Say, Jerusha said, sacrifice leads to success. Okay? Don't get distracted. In the next 50 some days, you can do this. You can start whatever your projects are. Okay, now let me just tell you, distractions can be internal as well as external. So I suggest start by looking within yourself. Usually it's you stopping you. Okay, I don't know if you guys know Delatorio McNeil. He was a speaker or still a speaker. I heard this a long time ago. He said you can't confront what you don't identify, right? You can't conquer what you don't confront, and you can't confront what you don't identify. So if you want to conquer that fear, and it's you stopping you, look in self first. I had to look inside Jerusha. Jerusha, it's you. You're the problem. You're the solution. You can't conquer what you don't confront, and you can't confront what you don't identify. Usually you're the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the solution. And so fix it. Fix it. And so I'm excited for you. I know the next 50 some days, you're going to reach your personal goals. You're going to get started in business. If you want to work with me, yes, in the 3-day ride, just put 3-day ride. Yes, Donica took the 3-day ride. Teresa took the 3-day ride. Yes, put the 3-day ride. Obviously, things always update. Things always change. So yes, I have clients that take it 2 and 3 times. I'm like, how can I help you? How can I help you? I answer questions as much as possible. And so just understand you'll have access to me. You will. I will respond. Even afterwards, I become friends with the clients. You know, I celebrate the clients because this is just not a one-time deal. This is a part of the pretty community. We crown our kings and queens. We celebrate, collaborate, and make connections. That's what makes you pretty. That's a pretty person. So if you want to be a part of this pretty community, yes, hashtag pretty people. If you know you want more info about the 3-day ride, put 3-day ride or go to the link in the bio, put 3-day ride or just go to the link in the bio. I'm going to help you change the next 50 some days. It starts in December. You're going to go into 2024 energized, ready, excited, on fire. Yes, with the purpose. Everything is on purpose, right? You're listening to the sound of my voice. It's on purpose. You heard about the 3-day ride for the first time. That's on purpose. And so you want to live a purpose-driven life. If this is good for you, hashtag helpful, tag your business bestie. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. And then, yes, I'm going to get something for my drainage so that you can hear my voice. Yes, thank you so much. 3-day ride. Yes, sacrifice leads to success. Thank you so much for taking great notes. I love people who take notes. You're my people. You're my people. Enjoy.